on X and Kick as well. Give me a sec here. A couple more things. Just hang on. What is he doing? What are you doing? Yes, he's being a silly boy. Okay. All right, let's get Craigbot in here. All right, welcome to Luncheon 81. So, like I said, there's going to be a bit of a topic before we get to any fan fiction. And how's it going, Stone Gaming? Thank you so much for joining. Okay, Andy, have you seen the latest, any of the new King of the Hill seasons?
No, I haven't.
Or rather, the new season, you haven't seen that yet?
No.
Okay. I'm sure you've seen King of the Hill, or at least some YouTube poops.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first of all, are you on my screen right now?
Hold on. Give me a second.
What are you pulling me up on, Twitch or Twitter?
Twitch.
Okay.
Oh my God, ads.
Let me know when you're there, but I'll show off. In the meantime, I'll show off what's for lunch. What's for lunch is it was supposed to be shepherd's pie, but Lady Stone slept in, but that's okay. Shepherd's pie is like a 2-hour prep dish, but today is just my first carb for the luncheon for a long time. It is just some standard tagliatelle pasta with bolognese sauce and meatballs. So,
Oh my God, that reminds me of the YouTube poop.
what?
Meat.
Oh, are you seeing the meme now? And Placer,
Yeah.
how's it going?
All right, yeah, I see you.
Okay. Hang on, let me share my screen. Okay. And, I have to add it to the... Okay. So...
By the way, what's happening? With
Nate?
Nate?
He hasn't really been joining lately.
Nate's just not been feeling good. I'm not going to pry and ask questions. If Nate's not feeling up to it, Nate is not feeling up to it. I don't really know what Nate is going through in entirely, but I'm here to help. But if Nate has to deal with whatever he's dealing with his way, that's how he has to deal with it. But anyways, here's the meme. You left yourself open, Dad. Pop, pop.
Ha.
You remember that one?
Left yourself open,
Dad.
Dad. I haven't heard this one, no.
Well, it was when Bobby started kicking everyone in the nuts for self-defense. And so Hank tries to teach Bobby self-defense, like proper self-defense, with boxing. And Hank is, of course, lightly popping him in the face with boxing gloves on, And Bobby just gets frustrated and just hits Hank in the nuts.
Poor guy. Oh, man.
And Bobby just goes, "You left yourself open, Dad." Pop, pop.
Damn. Poor guy.
It is a hilarious episode. But I bring up King of the Hill because this just bears watching. Because it needs to be seen to be demonstrated what the problem is. So the character Khan, his Laotian neighbor?
No.
He was the guy who again constantly bragged about how much money he's got to Hank, and showed off all these new things and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's from Laos, which is sort of a smaller Southeast Asian country. And in the original, he was voiced by Toby Huss, but here they've recasted him. And it just, again, I need to share the tab. Okay, so can you still see what I'm showing?
Yeah, I still see it. Yeah. You're on a
Okay.
YouTube clip?
Yeah, now can you hear it?
Well, it's not playing yet.
Oh.
Hold on. Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, could you hear that?
It's lagging a bit.
Can you hear that?
The stream's lagging.
Okay, not a problem. But I'll let the rest of the scene play.
Okay, yeah.
I'll let the rest of the
Stop
scene
right
play.
there, or prepare to eat 15-gauge nails.
Don't joke.
Stop right
Son, why are you breaking into your own garage?
I'm not breaking in. I just couldn't find a door opener. And I'm working on a DIY project.
This late in the night? Are you sleeping in here?
Okay. Those of you who have watched King of the Hill, you see the problem immediately. This guy does not sound like Khan at all.
Yeah.
Because let's compare this to Khan's introduction in originally.
Citizen Khan.
I don't know what the hell Citizen Khan is.
So, if you could tell me a little bit about the company's propane needs, then I
It's
can...
all mine, Hank. Private.
Andy, turn yourself down.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Turn yourself down.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah, let me fix that.
Wrong pipe. Just went down the wrong pipe. Okay.
The office. You got such a bug in your bonnet about phones? Check this out. I call France on this phone whenever I want. France, Europe, Huckleberry.
No.
Yeah, that's how Khan used to sound, okay? So it's like the new voice actor does not sound anything like that at all. And it's like you can make a voice actor like sound slightly different if you're doing a recast, but this goes beyond that. This is just bad in terms of the recast. Again, like Khan is supposed to be like in his 40s here, same as Hank. So it stands to reason this is how Khan would sound for the rest of his life. You know,
Yeah.
it's like his voice in terms of the intonations and overall sort of way he talks wouldn't change. That's going to be how he talks for the rest of his life. And so basically, I kind of wanted to do a series of short videos where I sort of demonstrate the problem with absolutely one-to-one ethnic recasting when it comes in sacrifice of quality, because clearly they were doing this to do like proper ethnic casting, because Khan's new voice actor is Asian and Toby Huss obviously is white. But here's the thing. Like when it comes to live action acting, you want it ethnically correct because you want, especially if it's historical, because you want proper historical accuracy. When it comes to voice acting, it's really not that big of a deal as long as someone's voice matches the character. Because why do we not have a problem with Phil Lamar being Samurai Jack? Because Phil Lamar is black, Samurai Jack is Japanese, right?
That's true.
Yeah, so it's like, what is the big deal if the read being given is correct? It's like you might as well cast George Takai as Fire Lord Ozai, because the Fire Nation are supposed to be based on the Japanese from World War II. Yeah, but again, George Takei would not sound as menacing as Mark Hamill does, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so it wouldn't make any sense, even if it's ethnically correct. It would completely take you out of it. So this is my announcement for doing a short series to sort of demonstrate my point. I'm going to start with a "there I fixed it" dub, and then a "there I ruined it" dub, and then demonstrate that anybody can voice anything with one more dub I will keep as a surprise. It'll be just a little 3-part mini-series to demonstrate this point, because I feel like it needs demonstrating. So, anyways, let's get into your fan fiction today, Andy.
All right.
Okay, so it's still in your DMs, right? So you wanted me to read chapter 5 and 6, correct?
Yes.
And do you have some cringe fan fiction for me to read?
Kind of. I started reading it, and I felt it. I personally feel it's cringe.
Stop. Well, is it also G-rated? That's the most important thing.
I believe so. I haven't really seen any explicit material.
Okay. Hang on.
At least the first chapter. At least the first chapter doesn't have any.
Okay. Then let's get to your chapter. I believe we were on, again, chapter 5, The Cat's Tail, part 2.
Yes.
Okay. Let's get to it. I'll read 2 chapters, but then we got to do some cringe fan fiction, because cringe gets views.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm sharing your screen. Okay, so, of course, over the next year, Kathy would continue to learn and adapt herself to new chores and concepts. So basically, Kathy is learning to survive on her own.
Yes.
Yeah, because...
Typical anime character whose parents are never there.
Yeah. I mean, with My Hero Academia, Midoriya's mom is there.
Well, yeah, to be fair, you're right. But there are exceptions, but most of the time they're not.
And Midoriya's dad is there. I mean, All Might's there all the time. What are you talking about?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I mean, let's face facts here. All Might is basically Midoriya's dad.
Basically.
I mean, it's like, he's teaching him a quirk he passed down to him. He's always there for him, always giving him advice. You know, it's like, we know that Midoriya has a biological father, but since we've never even seen him on screen, does it really matter who that guy is?
Not really. He might as well not exist.
Yeah, he might as well not exist, and All Might has just become Midoriya's dad.
More or less, yeah. Kind of sad, but
I mean, kind of, but at the same time, Midoriya still gets a father figure. He still gets someone who cares about his future.
That is true. But yeah, where's his actual bum-ass dad at?
Exactly. I've heard he's like a chef or something, and he uses his fire breath quirk. But I don't know. I feel like there could have been at least a chapter or an episode or 2 dedicated to that, but I don't know. I guess Horikoshi never really cared to do that.
Yeah, pretty much. It is what it is, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's keep going. While she was still a long time away from her adult years, her parents still wanted to make sure that their daughter was well taken care of. However, the future friend of felines, a little alliteration there. Nice use of alliteration. Are you familiar with alliteration?
No, actually.
Alliteration is when you do several words in a sequence that all start with the same letter.
Oh.
Yeah, so future friend of felines is alliteration.
I never thought about that.
Yeah. And it's just a writing flourish you can add, but you added it unknowingly. So good job.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
suspect something that wasn't good. She was getting older, and her sense of awareness was changing with her. Mommy, I finished making the stew, the young girl said as she looked towards her silver-haired mother with her eyes closed and a warm smile on her face. She was happy at the fact that she was getting better at cooking. Very good, sweetie. You had to do what Mommy says, and you'll always succeed at whatever we ask. Kathy's mother said to her daughter with a smile, but it was a different kind of smile than the one her daughter had. It had a much colder and mundane feeling to it that Kathy was beginning to notice. Good use of description for interpersonal interactions here. Again, you are getting better at this with every chapter. I will say that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Mommy, where's Daddy? Isn't he going to eat with us? I hope he'll really like the stew I made, Kathy said with a curious but equally as sad look as she already had a good idea of what the answer will be. Sorry, sweetie, but your father was called to work. He won't be back until tomorrow. Kathy's mother said with a mundane look on her face as she... I wouldn't use the same word to describe her look in another section. I would say either like bored or I would say plain or placid.
Okay.
Those would be, yeah. Anyways, hang on, I gotta blow my nose. Going off screen for that. Okay. As she was used to answering that question, Kathy, however, knew that whenever her mother says that her father will be home tomorrow, she means that he won't be home for at least 3 days. Yeah, that's typically, she's doing good reading between the lines there.
Ah, yeah. Sharp intuition.
Mm-hmm. I see, the young girl said as she realized this was the expected answer and continued to eat her food without saying anything more. Soon enough, they finished their meal and Kathy's mother went to sleep, while Kathy was left to clean the dishes. She was more than used to doing that at this point, and she was fine with it, but something else was on her mind. I need to search this up online. Maybe I'll get a reasonable explanation there. The future feline queen said quietly to herself as she went to her computer to find out if other families were like this. I see, the young girl said she realized this was the expected... Oh, wait, no. All right, let me see. I searched this up and clicked on this link. Oh, no, I was right. Kathy thought to herself as she saw the results. Normal parents don't treat their kids this way at all. I'm just a doll to them. So this whole time, the reason they bought me all these stuffed animals is that they see me as one of them, just a doll to groom and look at. Why, Mom? Why, Daddy? Is that I really am to you? I think you forgot all.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Said to herself in a now depressed tone, a cry from realizing the truth of what she really is to her parents. This whole time, I've only ever been thought of as nothing but an accessory to keep around and look at. But I'm more than that. I'm a human being. I'll prove it. I don't want to live as a doll forever, the young girl said to herself as her sadness was joined by an equal amount of frustration. She was frustrated that she was only being taught how to take care of herself so she could be the perfect little doll that her parents wanted. Or more that they just don't want to do it themselves.
Well, it's part. Yeah.
Lazy bastards. Time passed and soon enough, it was the day before Kathy's 10th birthday. Ever since she realized the truth about what her parents had thought of her, she became more determined to prove them wrong. She continued to work hard to impress them, but it was to no avail. She realized that in order to make her parents truly understand she was no doll, she had to do the one thing she never thought she would ever do: disobey their orders and go outside. Tomorrow's the day. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go outside. They're probably going to be at work anyway, like they were last year. They see me like a doll. They don't trust me. If I can prove I can trust them out, they can trust me in the outside world, and maybe they'll take me with them to work, and we can spend time together. I'm sure they'll forgive me for disobeying them if I can prove I can survive outside. Oof. This, I have a feeling, is not going to end well.
Yeah. How could you tell?
This can't be. And our lives really going to end like this? Kathy's father said angrily to his wife as he realized something terrible had happened that would affect his whole family forever. Okay. Good little shaping chapter there. And then chapter 6. Okay. And go ahead and send me that that cringe fan fiction we'll do next.
Okay.
If I have time, I'll read one more chapter for yours.
Okay.
Hang on.
All right, there we go.
Oh, you sent it? Okay. Give me a second. I'm just taking a few bites.
All right. What does Sarah think of cringe fan fiction, by the way?
She's getting a good laugh out of all this.
But
right now, she's a little busy putting some clothes away. Again, she got kind of a late start to the morning.
That late start, though. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And here, Mister, calm down. Bitty begging boy. Okay. Okay. Today I'm now, let's keep reading. Today I'm now officially 10 years old in double digits. So yeah, she's old enough to raise Pokemon now.
Yes.
On a dangerous journey across the world by herself.
You risk giddy.
There's one thing about the world of Pokemon I don't get. Why do they let 10-year-olds walk around outside by themselves facing dangerous animals?
That's a good question. And and possibly in putting their lives in danger against evil organizations like Team Rocket.
Exactly. It's just like, okay, it's like you're letting 10-year-olds run around outside catching dangerous animals and with terrorists in the wilderness.
Oh yeah.
Makes so much sense.
Yeah, it's like what kind of world is this? Do you just hate children?
That's what it feels like. Pretty weird.
That means I should be old enough to see the outside world, Kathy thought as she quickly jumped out of bed and without hesitation changes out of her pajamas into her usual day clothes. She ate her breakfast and then got ready to start enacting her plan. Here we go, Kathy said as she slowly opened the window on the bottom floor of the mansion. As she finished sliding the window open, she took a deep breath before a wave of fresh air gently washed over her face. It was something unusual for her to do. The smell is amazing. I never breathed in air like this before. Surely I'll be back before Mommy and Daddy get home. So I think it'll be okay if I leave the window open in the meantime so I can smell the fresh air even when I get back. And there's such a large front yard. I wonder why we even have it, though if we never use it. So they never even like let her play outside in their own yard?
Nope.
That is fucked up.
Oh yeah.
Bro. Actually,
it's
oh my gosh. Our house is so big. I can't believe I always get left by myself in such a big place. It's so intimidating from the outside. I'm sure it won't hurt to have a take a look around, right? The carefree young girl wandered around the area outside her house, no longer restricted within her room. Okay, so this is cutting back to the parents. Our company's bankruptcy is guaranteed now. Honey, it's all over for us. Kathy's mother was speaking to her husband as she realized the severity of the current situation. As the market for drugs in Heartland City continued to dwindle, the end for Catherine's parents, his business was at hand. And once that happened, all they had would be gone. I mean, not true. I mean, if a business goes under, that doesn't mean you personally go bankrupt. It just means that company goes bankrupt.
Yeah, but what if all your assets are in said company?
Well, yeah, true. Yeah, if all your personal assets are tied to the company, that's a bit of a different story. However, most people tend to diverge their assets from the company. But I take it this isn't the case. They actually have tied their assets to this company.
Yeah, they kind of had to for
Okay.
for reasons not yet stated.
Okay. Let's at least do what we can here to make sure the information never spreads out about us, Kathy's father said as he got busy, despite knowing that his life was basically finished. Wow, the space around our house is amazing. I wonder how other people would feel if they could visit such a luxurious place. Anyway, I have to go out and explore now. The now 10-year-old girl said as she set her still young gaze upon the clear blue skies. Something felt unfamiliar but unusually calming about that. I don't know how to open the front gate, so I'll just have to go over the fence. It's my only chance. She thought, then began to climb the guardrail fence, which to her was something like a cage. Luckily for Kathy, the alarm that would normally go off if someone tried to break in was shut off recently in order to save money. Her parents haven't thought of an alternate solution. As she made it across the fence, she paused and thought to herself to think of the significance of her actions. Now, they could just cancel their subscription to Wolf Home Security.
Wait, what? I've never heard of that one.
Okay, so in South Park, there's this insecurity episode where all the men in South Park get really insecure and think their wives are sleeping with the UPS guy.
Oh my god.
And so Cartman, they basically hire a security company for their houses and then for themselves. So the literal moment that they feel insecure with themselves, they get a call from Wolf Home Security.
What the hell? Oh man. Pretty weird.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And Cartman gets upset because he gets an Indian call guy. He's like, this is Varashnu with Wolf Home Security. And she's like, Varashnu?
That's the worst kind of thing to get right there.
Well, because it's just like, on top of this, like, I'm sure, like, India is doing the best they can with what they have, for, a system based on a caste system. But it is frustrating when you're in a situation where that requires someone from the same country as you to empathize with you, and someone from a different country who can't empathize with you is on the phone. That's the frustrating part.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm actually outside the house for the very first time. It feels strange. This must be what freedom feels like when a little birdie leaves the nest for the very first time. It's amazing. Kathy had an extremely enthusiastic look on her face as she felt freedom for the very first time. But then she suddenly remembered that she's short on time. She had to make the most of it. I have to get moving. Mommy and Daddy will be home at 9 p.m. like they always are. It's noon now, so I have to make the most of it. Thankfully, I wasn't seen by anyone for now. I'm safe. I mean, did her parents have like cleaning staff, like a maid and a butler?
I can't remember if I added that actually.
Well, I mean, did they in the show?
No, not in the show.
Okay.
We never saw her family or anything in the show.
Okay, so all of this is completely original.
Yeah, it's all completely original.
Okay. There's so much around here in that big building. It must be school. I've always wanted to go to those, but I can't. The girl with now mixed feelings says to herself as she spends hours stumbling around the city while trying her best not to be seen. To her, however, it felt like mere minutes. She had come across all kinds of houses and buildings that she had only seen online. As she made her way around, she stumbled upon something that would change her life. Oh my, a box of kittens. Oh, so this is sort of an origin story that explains her sort of kitten obsession?
Yes.
Okay, I got you now. All right. Why would someone just leave these here? And that bigger brown cat must be the mother. She seems like she doesn't want to be near her babies, but they must be cold and hungry. I'll try to find some stuff for them. The girl said she could never just abandon kittens who have been thrown away. Hey, little kitty, stay right there, okay? I'm going to get you some food and water, she said to the cats, despite knowing that they couldn't understand her. Where should I go to get cat food and water, though? Wait, I saw a small pet store nearby. I'll go there and get some. Kathy said as she hurried along to the pet shop she had seen as she was exploring. It's this way. Kathy ran down the street and through the neighborhood to get where she wanted. As she was running, though, it didn't take very long for her to get exhausted quickly. So this is what being tired is like. I didn't notice earlier because I was walking around slowly, but now that I'm running, I really feel tired, and I think I'm sweating too, but I must keep going. Dang, so she's never ran outside before. That's fucked up.
Yes, yep, exactly.
So she feels like she's running around inside a giant fat kid.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Kathy began trying to catch her breath. She tried her best to run until she finally made it to the pet stop. It was then that something else began to set in. This was the first time she would have a social interaction with anyone other than her parents. She wanted to be careful to not mess it up. This must be a pet shop. There are so many buildings and they all look the same. They have so much in here for animals. I have to stay focused. I'll grab this bag of cat food for them. She thought, then quickly grabbed a normal-sized bag of cat food off one of the shelves and brought it to the front counter. Behind the counter was a woman who looked ready to serve. Serve you with dance, motherfucker.
Oh god. I don't know if there's an issue, though.
Huh?
Have you noticed there's an issue here though?
What? Oh yeah, no money.
Exactly. Uh-oh.
Right. But did you get the reference, Andy?
Not really, but
Oh, it's this dumb movie about breakdancing called You Got Served. Yeah.
I think I might have heard
Anyways.
it.
Yeah. Will you be buying that today, little one? That'll be $5.99. The woman said to the short and young Kathy. It was then that reality of the situation hit her. She didn't have any money. Oh no, I forgot that the outside world, you need money to get what you want. But I never used money my whole life. What should I do? She began to cry, knowing that without money, she would never be able to buy food for the kittens like she wanted. Sweetie, you look sad. Is something wrong? The woman behind the counter said as she figured the young girl had no money. I'm sorry. I just realized I have no money. Please excuse me, Kathy said as she began to walk away with tears in her eyes. Please wait. May I ask what exactly you wanted this for? You seem like something was wrong, the woman said to Kathy as she was curious why exactly she was crying. Well, I found a box of kittens sitting on the side of the street and I wanted to help them, but I forgot to bring money with me. I'm sorry. Kathy said as she seemed to stumble on her words and fidget in a way that showed the observing eye that she was good at socializing. Wasn't good at socializing, that she was struggling to keep going. Don't worry, miss. This one is on the house. I can never abandon kittens in need. Here you go, miss. And take this as well. Some milk will definitely make the kittens happy. Here's a blanket, too. Please make sure those kittens turn out okay, all right? If it's a pet store, they probably could have taken those kittens in.
Well, no, it depends on the store. Some of them only sell.
It's just a pet supplies store.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Yeah,
I probably should have specified that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the woman knew she wasn't exactly being business smart with this decision, but she couldn't bring herself to abandon a child in need, especially one that was so clearly sincere and desperate. She couldn't help doing what she can to help her. May I ask what your name, sweetie? The woman said. Also, a bit of a change of this sentence. She couldn't resist because you have help twice. So resist is probably the good first word here.
Okay.
Yep. May I ask your name, sweetie? The woman said while keeping the warm smile on her face to keep Kathy calm. My name is Kathy, miss. I really appreciate everything you've done for me, the young girl said while bowing her head. She ran off towards the box of kittens. However, because of lack of exercise, she had to run slowly in order to keep her strength. Don't worry, kittens, I'll save you, she said to herself as she ran. In the meantime, though, let's at least go home. It's Kathy's birthday today, so we should use today as a day to be with her. Her smile will help us to feel better, Kathy's mother said. She had a feeling her husband was feeling the same way. Yes, let's go. She really is our special little doll, he said as the two got in the car and started driving home. Okay, still, again, you're getting better as you write this. So, but let's get to the cringe.
Yes, it's time for cringe.
Okay. Finding You Can Change. Oh, it's a Zach Bell fan fiction.
Yeah.
Okay, is it pulled up on my screen? Let me check here. No, I need to share this tab instead. Okay. Hang on, checking something. Okay. All right, let me take a few bites of my food as well. All right. But so this is a Zach Bell fan fiction, and it was cringe when you saw it?
I felt it was cringe, personally.
All right.
At least
Before we
after,
begin, oh, go ahead.
at least after, at least because I've seen the original story. So,
Right. So, how did it register on the cringe factor for you?
not as
Okay.
cringe as the other one,
Right,
but
but out of 10, how would you register it?
maybe about a 5, maybe a 6.
5. Okay. All right. We'll see. But you said it's not as cringe as the other one?
No, definitely not as cringe as the other one because there's no weird random crossover stuff or Kyo turning into
Right.
Bao or any of that weird stuff.
Okay.
No, none of that.
It was also just generally bad writing.
Yeah, pretty much.
And once again, before we continue, guys, just to reiterate, do not contact this person. Do not harass them. Do not, go up. Don't find them online. Tell them their writing sucks or anything.
Your writing sucks.
But this is all for critique. This is all for laughs. And again, I will offer criticism. And if you wish to contact me and have me properly critique this story instead of just riff on it, please let me know. I'm open to offering actual proper critique here. But one more bite. This is good. One more. Swear to God. And you calm down, Mr. Bister. Okay. So chapter 1, how many chapters are there? There's 8. Okay. We'll see how cringe this is. And see if we can get through a lot of the chapters here, or any at all.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, I don't think it's anywhere near as cringe as the other one, so it shouldn't. So,
Okay, so Finding You Can Change, Chapter 1 by Chikorita Trainer 1. Author's note. Never written a Zatch Bell story before. I haven't read much of the manga, though I know how it ends, or seen all of the available dub, but Braga and sharing my favorite characters. This is just an idea I had mulling around my brain for a couple of weeks now. Author's note 2. I think it should be fairly obvious what inspired this story. Wink. Okay.
I didn't notice, but
ever since Zatch had become king of the Momoto world, things had changed drastically. Momoto children were attending school. The selection of the next ruler would not be determined by fighting. Okay, that's already wrong. Zatch did not cancel the next battle to become king.
yeah. How many words is that? Are we in?
First 2 sentences.
Oh boy, here we go.
So clearly they don't know how the manga ends. They just took a half correct guess.
Yeah. Oh boy.
It's like, yeah, obviously this was from the start. It's Zatch's story about how he becomes king of the Momoto world, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, there's a few. I feel like there's a few more steps in there.
Yeah, just a few.
Momoto own their own souls, their identities, their lives. Okay, don't know why, but that was necessary to point out, but okay. Zatch had made the Momoto world as close to the human world as he possibly could, and everyone seemed happy. Braga was not happy. This was not the world he knew. He liked the Momoto children the way it had been before, a cutthroat, take no prisoners competitive world, where Momoto lived with the expectation that one day they would be selected for the 100 children that would be sent to the human world to duke it out. I mean, not entirely true. I mean, the Momoto world was not like that. I mean, it's kind of, but not like 100% like that.
Yeah, it's really not, especially since it only happens once every 1,000 years.
Yeah, it's like, don't get me wrong, like the lead up is kind of like cutthroat. I mean, yeah, like Brago and Zeon went through, intense training and everything before they went. So it's like, I would argue maybe the last 20 years before a battle is about to start probably is.
Yeah.
With like probably competitive and arranged marriages maybe, I guess. But again, like King Bell, as far as I could tell, was not a very tyrannical king.
No.
Yeah. So,
Definitely not.
anyways, yeah, he spent his childhood undergoing elite training, and for what? To come in second to that blonde brat Zach, who was now king. That was fair, of course. He had won, but he had to do so. But did he have to so radically alter the world Brago called home? Again, honestly, based on what we were told, Zach really didn't change much.
He didn't. He really didn't.
Yeah, he just at the moment is just reacting more or less to what the current like situation is in the sequel. Obviously, like that we can give a caveat that this person probably didn't know about the sequel when they wrote this, but hell, the sequel's very publishing kind of took us all by surprise. But
Yeah.
At the same time, it's like the only thing I think Zach really changed about future battles is that the whole spells doing mind control kind of thing, where it's like, I think the only rule he would change is like you have to be a willing participant, not a unwilling participant.
Oh,
At least that's probably, I think, the only thing he would change.
yeah.
Yeah, that is. Oh, you got a package, my love? Yeah. Okay, so let's continue. Again, this is the third time this week, exclaimed Zach as he sat on his throne, while Brago was hauled in by guards and laid at his feet. Yeah, Brago would not be hauled in by the guards. They would be walking him in and not deigning to touch him, because otherwise he would beat the ever-living hell out of them.
Yeah. Also, I think this guy doesn't understand the fact that Brago respects Zach now.
Yeah, like Brago has respected Zach since like the end of what would have been season 4, basically.
Yeah. Wait. Well, you mean since the Fado arc?
And the Fado arc, yeah, I think really that's when he started to respect Zach. Destruction of property, disturbing the peace, and threatening a citizen with violence, said one of the guards. Brago growled as he yanked his hands out of the grasp of the guards. Leave us, said Zach, standing up on his feet and ascending a few steps down to the floor. The guards nodded and left the throne room. Zach sighed. This is your third strike, Brago. You know what this means. Brago just growled under his breath and refused to meet Zach's eyes. Is this what you really want? To just destroy everything until it costs you your freedom? No verbal response from Brago. On top of this, Brago's not an idiot. Even if he did object to the world as it is, he wouldn't do all this when he knows there's literally zip he can do about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think he'd do it. I don't think he'd do this either.
Yeah, this seems out of character for Brago.
It really does, especially by this point in the series.
Yeah, this is someone who probably watched the first few episodes and walked away with the impression that Brago is a villain when he's not.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he's not a villain. He's really more of a less an anti-hero. He just likes working by himself. That is Brago's main feature. He's not some guy who, has got any like grand plans or anything. He just works on his own. That's just who he is. He's just that guy.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Anyways, let's keep reading. Zach called for more security to cuff the Dark Remote and take him down to the dungeon. Brago was placed in a cell with a bench for sleeping and a toilet in the corner. He had been imprisoned, period. Okay, don't know why you had the sentence that way. Typically, you tell someone that's the end of the story, period. You don't add that to a descriptive sentence. You add that to as an exclamation, effectively, to someone else's sentence.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Anyways, and hang on, I'm checking. Just spam from Kick. That's the frustrating thing about getting started on Kick is that you're getting a lot of spam users in your chat there. So I don't know. We'll see if we get actual people, actual users on Kick, but we'll see. If you haven't followed me there already, would much appreciate it.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have Kick?
Don't think so, actually.
You don't? Okay. Well, let me know when you do. But anyways, let's keep going. Back upstairs in the castle, Zach had called for Tia to walk with him and offer him advice. I may be king, but I don't know how to rule over all my subjects, said Zach. Everyone seems happy and follows the laws except Brago. Oh, except Brago! Okay, you can tell this person only watched the first couple of episodes because they are forgetting about literally all the villains much worse than him.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
I think you did. Yeah, I think you did the right thing by locking him away, said Tia. That's what criminals deserve. Then why do I feel bad? Probably because you're such a nice person. When other people feel bad, you feel bad for them. That's what makes you a kind king. Again, yeah, this person clearly only watched like the first 10 episodes, and then a first couple of first season episodes, and this is what they walked away with.
Yeah.
Again, Brago is not a villain. There are loads of worse villains than him.
Exactly. Zophis.
Mm-hmm. And Leo.
Yep.
Oh. Leo actually broke the rules. He is someone who actually cheated. He cheated in the battle to become king. He
did.
Outright did something he wasn't supposed to do. He brought in outside help.
Yep, he brought in Faudo.
Yeah, that's cheating.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and of course, it's actually kind of ironic that Zayon fucking took Faudo from him, just fucking rolled his ass and took it.
Oh yeah, he said this shit's mine now.
Yep. Down in the cell, Brago was pacing like a caged animal. When he couldn't contain his frustration any longer, he would drag his claws down the stone wall. When that wasn't satisfactory, he would attempt to punch the wall, go straight up Kyle on the wall, and just.
Oh boy.
However, in the Momoto world, elements were much stronger than the human world, and therefore Brago couldn't simply shatter stone with a mere punch. Oh, this is bullshit! He's going straight up full Kyle.
Oh boy.
He is going full Kyle on us.
I feel like that's where he got the inspiration for this from.
Oh, it gets better. Crack with the stone blocks. He looked at his fist and it was bleeding. Okay, Brago, again, you can tell this person has not read this because stone would not make Brago's fist bleed.
No, it would not.
I think I've seen Brago, adult Brago fucking tore through a car engine. He literally just grabbed that shit and he punched it. Yeah, he punched a car.
I mean, he did. Remember in the original series, he literally punched a bulldozer and it sent it flying.
Yeah, even that. So yeah, it's like stone would not make his hands bleed. So again, you can tell this person did not watch any of season 2 or 3. They watched like a few episodes of season 1, but that's okay. It is interesting seeing how they don't know how strong Brago is.
Yeah.
Or his full character.
Oh boy.
So Brago turned towards the bench that would serve as bed, grabbed it, ripped it from its bolts in the stone, and slammed it onto the floor. Fuck you, Zach.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Kicking a piece on the shattered bench. I lost to you, fine, but why did you have to destroy my world? Bro, he's not. He's just getting everybody to chill right now.
Right.
He's having, again, he's made Brago into a whiny emo guy named Kyle. He really is. That's what he's done to him.
No, what
he's
have you
Brago
done?
to a whiny emo guy named Kyle.
It's just Kyle.
He picked up a piece of the bench and hurled it across the small distance of the cell. It bounced off the wall and back at him. He dodged, but okay. again, Brago, if he did throw something against something and it broke, he wouldn't even fucking move. He just again, this person does not have Brago's character down right at all.
No, it doesn't.
It's almost funny how wrong he has it.
It is. I told you this would be cringe.
Yeah. Anyways, the human world. Sherry, you have to put this off. You have put this off long enough. You will respond to Master Peters at once. Mother, I won't marry him, Sherry Belmont shouted. Again, this also shows this person did not watch season 2. It's like, yes, Sherry was under the control of her mother for some time, but I think at some point her mother clearly was institutionalized because before the start of the series, Sherry was basically the master of her own home.
Yeah, she's 18 at the start of the series, so.
Right, I thought she was 15.
No, I'm pretty sure she's 18.
Oh, she's 18? Okay. But
Pretty
yeah,
sure.
she basically, I think what happened was her mother was clearly insane and was probably institutionalized, if I had to take a guess.
Probably.
Okay, so I'm seeing Coco.
What happened to her?
Right. So I'm seeing Coco here. And so she probably saw a few things about Coco, but again, she didn't really or whoever wrote this didn't really put a lot together. But anyways, let's keep going. I'm not a strays to this family, Mother, said Sherry. You would just have outdated, unrealistic expectations of me. It is not my job to please you. It is my job to be myself and make myself happy. Sherry had gained tremendous strength in her voice since her childhood. She had been terribly abused by her family, but through experience and relationships, the debutante had discovered herself, her worth, and her voice. Coco had helped her find hope. Coco helped her find her worth. Coco helped her find that she was entitled to happiness and that she owed it to herself to endure hardships so that she could find it. Brago helped her find her strength to stand up for herself, strength to get what she wanted, strength to not let others destroy her. Her mother found this infuriating. Sherry, you cannot inherit unless you marry. You cannot give the Belmont family grandchildren if you do not marry. You will not. Excuse me? Who says I'm having kids? Sherry demanded. I mean, she does. She ends up having 3 of them.
Yeah, is it 3 or 4? I forget.
3.
3, okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, and again, to a literal cheating bastard of a husband.
Yeah. Brago should have. Brago should have finished him.
I don't know. I think Brago, did enough by destroying his car and scaring the shit out of him. It's like, yeah, he just put a stop to Claude. He's like, enough. You're being an asshole. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's like you're a waste of space. You're a bum.
Yep. And you're taking advantage of Sherry, and I'm not going to stand for it anymore.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Yep. Don't be absurd, you foolish girl, scoffed her mother. You are my only daughter. It is your duty to... All right, mother, I've had enough of this, said Sherry, getting up from her seat at her desk. You can't tell me what to do. I am not your property. How dare you, screeched her mother. No child of mine shall speak to her mother that way. Then disown me. I shall, cried Mrs. Belmont. If you do not marry, I will completely cut you off. You will not live in this house. You will not have any money. You will be ruined and destitute. Sherry, while terrified, did not let it show on her face. She narrowed her eyes and stood her ground. I will not marry Andrew Peters, said Sherry. I will not marry anyone if I don't want to. And again, clearly, whoever wrote this doesn't know that Sherry is French. Unless Andrew Peters is like some kind of billionaire or millionaire, I don't think she would have been in any kind of marriage with someone named Andrew Peters.
Yeah, that sounds like an English name.
Again, it's like, yeah, or just, yeah, American, and it's just like, bro, unless he's a billionaire.
What if he watched the dub?
Yeah, clearly. The Viz Media dub.
Oh, God.
A long silence passed between the two women. Finally, Mrs. Belmont extended a smidgen of mercy. You will write back to Master Peters. You will tell him you have accepted his proposal, and you will thank him for his generosity, and you will do it by tonight. Now, funny thing is, this person is actually getting Sherry's mother correctly. Because, yeah, this was Sherry's mom to a T, for sure.
Definitely, absolutely.
Slam went the bedroom door. Sherry finally began to shake with silent tears. How could her own flesh and blood... hang on. How could her own flesh and blood, who birthed her, be so cruel? How could she treat her own daughter like a commodity to be bartered for wealth? It was heartbreaking and dehumanizing. I'll write a letter, all right, thought Sherry, sitting back down at her desk and capping a fancy fountain pen. Grabbing a piece of Belmont stationery, she began to write her a letter. Dear mother, I will never submit to your will. You don't own me. You can never control me. I am not your servant, your pet, your property, or your possession. I accept your terms. I am leaving. I don't need your money. I don't need your attention. I don't need your approval. I don't need you. Goodbye forever, Sherry. Okay, that's a bit of a good fuck you.
Why didn't she just kick her out like she did in the show?
Yeah, for real. Just she put the pen down, a small sparkle of light appeared on her desk. Sherry gasped and scooted back in her chair in surprise. The sparkle got bigger until a ball of blinding light appeared so bright that she had to close her eyes and look away. When she looked back, an envelope was in its place. What in the world, thought the blonde. She picked up the envelope, broke the seal, and pulled out the letter inside. It was written in the same language her Momoto spellbook was written, illegible to the human eye, but its magic touched her heart, and she automatically knew what it said. Yeah, again, that still tracks. Because that is basically how the ending letter went. So I have a feeling this person skipped ahead to like the last chapter and saw the letters from Zach.
Maybe, possibly.
Yeah. Dear Sherry, this is Zach. I have a problem in the Momoto world that I can't solve. It's Brago. He's the only one of us who isn't happy with the laws I've passed. All the Momoto are happy and thriving and going to school, and all he does is cut class, pick fights, and destroy things. I've locked him up in the dungeon, but I don't want to just punish him. I want him to adjust and be happy. You're the only person he ever respected or listened to, so I'm asking you to come to the Momoto world and teach him to be a better person. If you accept, all you need to do is place your hand on this paper and wish with all your heart you were here with us, and you'll be transported to the Momoto world. I hope to see you soon.
Yeah, that's going to be neat.
And that is kind of how it works in the sequel a little bit.
Kind of, yeah.
It's not really fully explained, but I guess.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah, close enough. Zach, unreal, thought Sherry, this is my way out. Just as I get kicked out by mother, I get welcomed into another world. I can do this. I can teach Brago to be better. I accept, Zach. Sherry stood up and laid the letter flat on her desk. She stepped back and took a deep breath. Gathering the strength inside her heart, she placed her hand on the letter. Immediately, she could feel a warmth glowing inside of her. She had her eyes closed, but the light was surrounding her as she began to disappear. Just then, her mother came back in. Sherry, I realize I may have overreacted. There are other suitors. Sherry! She gasped as she saw her daughter engulfed in light and sparkles. Sherry only managed to get out a few words before her mother fainted as she disappeared. When Sherry opened her eyes, she was in the great hall of a beautiful castle. The walls and floors were made of marble. The carpet was red and gilded with gold thread. And when she looked before her, she saw 3 steps leading up to the platform, and there on the throne sat Zach Bell. Hi, Sherry. So glad you could come. Okay. Definitely, you're right. Not as cringe as the last one, but for Zach Bell fans like us, definitely very cringe.
Very much so. Yes, very much so.
Again, whoever wrote this turned Brago into a Kyle.
Fucking Kyle.
Right? And I forgot to share the stream personally with a few people. I actually for full on forgot to share it. That's odd. Okay.
Oh boy.
But I'll go ahead and let people know I'm live now. But I'm gonna go ahead and close out the luncheon, and we'll start doing Valheim.
Oh wait, do you think you could read one more myself, if it's all right?
Sure. Why not? We got time.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that. But could you read chapter 2 of the other one that of the other one, the
one?
the Vrains one? I forgot. Yeah, the Vrains one.
Is that still in the same link?
Well, just click on my profile, and then it should, it should be there.
Okay. Hang on, let me pull it up here, and I forgot to share the stream. That was my bad. Okay, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains again. I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains. What is the difference with Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains here? What's like the theme here? Because I know 5Ds is like motorcycles.
Well, it's like I told you, it's like SAO, VR.
Oh, so it's all in like virtual reality?
Most of it, yes. Most of the series is in virtual reality.
Okay. All right. I'll try to work with that as best I can here. Okay.
right now, obviously, starting off, this is they're in the real world, but you know.
Okay, yeah. Okay, just doing a little bit of stream spreading. Because I forgot to do it. Okay. And Kane, yes, we are doing the luncheon on Twitch right now. Hell, Kane, if you want to join the Discord chat, you can. I'm not discriminating. I'm being less discriminatory with guests right now. Okay, so is it Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains, the true sequel?
Yes.
Okay, and you wanted me to read chapter 2?
Yeah, because remember you read chapter 1 before?
Yeah, okay. Okay, let's share the screen again. Kane says you have a potato mic. Oh, wait, no. Are you talking about yourself, Kane? Yeah, because I remember, Kane, you have a potato mic. Okay. Yes, yourself. Okay, yeah, Kane, you have a potato mic. That is my one issue. Get a better mic, Kane, please. They're not that expensive, and you're starting to earn money now. So go get a better mic. Okay, so starting from here. Zaizen, what are you doing here? And in this terrible weather, no less, you're soaked to the bone, Yusaku said. As he noticed the girl in front of him wasn't just wet from the rain, her face beat red and she had tears streaming down her face. You're going to catch a cold like that. Come inside. You can explain after you get dried off, the young man said as he moved out of the way to let Aoi inside. She said nothing and came inside. Look, you can use my bath. Huh?
Maybe I should have reworded that so it didn't sound so suggestive.
Yeah, and it gets even more suggestive. Look, you can use my bath if you want. I can wait for you to explain yourself until later. For now, just go clean yourself up. I'll have a fresh change of clothes and a towel for you, Yusaku said as he pointed Aoi towards where the bathroom was in his apartment. Thank you, Fujiki, Aoi said softly as she made her way to the bathroom, while trying her best to not get water everywhere. The bathroom was small and it had both a toilet and a bath in it. The girl could instantly, instead of just mentioning the bare essentials of a bathroom, I would go more towards decor and size.
Decor and size. Oh, so you mean like the decorations on the walls?
Yeah. And you've had 4? How do you go through mics, Kane? What the hell? How do you go through so many mics?
Yeah, I don't see how that's possible.
Yeah. I'm a voice actor and I've gone through maybe 4 for my entire life. Again, which literally half of my life is about as long as you, Kane. Your entire life. How do you do that? That is a literal how do you do that before you even turn 18?
Oh, yeah.
They break easily. What are you spiking them against the ground?
Yeah, or maybe maybe his dog is biting him or something.
Yeah, are you having your little foosboy chew on them? Anyways, I mean, Morocco did chew on one of my mic cords, but again, the cord, not the mic itself. I did have to replace the cord. Anyways, thank you, Fujiki. This, however, did not matter to her. She was freezing and didn't want to cause any unnecessary trouble by getting sick. She especially didn't want to annoy Yusaku, as that would cause him to call someone like Akira to come after her. That was the last thing she wanted. Once she entered the bathroom, she removed her clothes and set them in the sink, then proceeded to get in the bath to shower. Just place your stuff in the sink or whatever. Also, I know that you can take a bath, but it's best. I think it's best you take a shower since it wasn't prepared beforehand. The stuff you need for cleaning yourself should be right there, Yusaku said, outside the closed bathroom door in the hope the girl would hear him. So this is boy shampoo and soap. It's a lot different than mine at home. Is it because of the huge difference in monetary resources we have, or is it because he's a guy? Either way, I can't complain since it's all here. She's talking about the pink tax. Is that what she's talking about, that concept?
The what?
This dumb concept called the pink tax, where apparently like women's toiletries cost more, and it's like, really they don't. It's like,
I've never heard that one. No.
yeah, it's I won't get into it that much now, but it's like really they're not comparing like apples to apples in terms of like soaps and razors. They're like comparing apples to fucking guava, and it's like it's not the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Anyways, Aoi thought proceeding to wash, taking particular attention to her face as she wanted to make sure that she looked as normal as she could, not to annoy Yusaku. Here, Zaizen, I brought a towel and a change of clothes for you. It's one of my spare outfits. Oh, Zajan? Zajan, okay. But so it may not be to your liking, but it's all I got. The man goes by Playmaker, said as he was polite enough to not look at the shower curtain that hit Aoi. What am I even doing? I'm not only let a girl inside my house, but I'm even having her use my shower. I must have gone insane, Yusaku thought to himself as he realized just what kind of situation he got himself into. It was the first time he's let a girl into his house, and it was one that he knows very well. If it was his friend from school, Shima, he most likely would have tried to peek on the girl in his shower. Bro, so he's a perv?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. This, however, was something that Yusaku himself was above doing, as he knew it was wrong, as well as the fact that he was never really interested in the opposite sex. Don't take him wrong, though, he was not a homosexual. The proper term would be asexual, so he could say he's asexual.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, he just had a lot on his plate with his life as Playmaker and never really had time to worry about that kind of stuff. 20 minutes passed as the sound of running water disappeared, and the brown-haired girl appeared in from the bathroom in an outfit that was exactly the same as what Yusaku was currently wearing. Yusaku was laying on the bed in his bedroom, and a tense look on his face. Thank you, Fujiki. I'm sorry that I basically barged into your home like this. I really appreciate you lending me your shower, the girl said as she was noticeably uncomfortable with her current situation. It's no problem. I'm not heartless enough to just send someone home that's soaked and freezing. Also, sorry, but the only underwear I could give you was one of my boxer shorts. Yusaku said as he tried his best to look as stoic as he normally does despite the current situation. Hopefully there's no skid marks on those boxers.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Wait. Hold on. What do you mean by skid marks?
As in poo stains.
Oh, no. No, that's come on. That's gross. What the fuck?
I'm sorry. It tempted me, and I took the temptation.
Oh, boy. Tell it to Sarah.
What?
Tell it to Sarah. See what she says. Give her some of your underwear and then make that joke.
She's I think she's busy cleaning right now. She's got her earbuds in.
Oh, damn. All right.
Yeah. Yusaku thought to himself as he tried his best to remain as calm as he could. All right. So now that you seem to have collected yourself a bit, tell me, why are you here and why were you crying? The young man said, as he then heard a growling stomach coming from the girl in front of him. Sorry about that. I didn't eat breakfast this morning, Aoi said. She started to blush even harder than she was before. It's fine. It's only natural for someone to feel hungry if they haven't eaten. Wait here and I'll cook something for you, the young man said as he went to the kitchen to make something. Yusaku wasn't exactly known for his cooking skills, so he just made what he got from his friend Kusanagi, hot dogs, as he put on the stove to heat up to be eaten, though. He received a look from Aoi. Hot dogs, huh? I guess you got those from Mr. Kusanagi at the hot dog stand. It's not smart to live off those alone, you know, the girl said as politely as possible to not offend the man as allowing her into his house. Well, it's easy and quick to put together and gets me by. And by the way, I don't live off them. I just haven't gone to get anything else in a while. As a guest, you shouldn't complain about what I give you. Dang, bro.
He's not in the best of moods.
I see.
He's already a very antisocial guy to begin with.
Okay. He always went around as Playmaker, but now that's gone. And even though we've done it for different reasons, we haven't gone to see anyone for the past few months. In fact, this is the first time I've seen or spoken to anyone outside of Vrains besides Brother since the AI incident. Plus, he's always been there to save me, Aoi thought to herself as she watched Yusaku put the hot dogs on buns and placed them on the table. There, now eat and explain what's going on. Fujiki, thank you. You really are amazing, Aoi said while blushing, which caused Yusaku to become noticeably flustered. Idiot, I just eat your food already. Cold hot dogs aren't good for you. I mean, the cold hot dogs and hot dogs are literally no difference in terms of nutrition.
well, aren't cold hot dogs, can't they give you like poison or something?
Mean, no, you can eat hot dogs raw, man. They're designed to be eaten straight out of the package.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like That's the whole like thing with sausage that we as humans figured out is that, sausage, while not great for you, they do count as meat and they fill you up and they can be preserved, so it's like you mix all the organ meat with so much salt that it basically kills all the bacteria.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you kill the bacteria, but in exchange you get something else that's not good for you.
Well, it's just it's designed to be like just quick to eat and making use of the meat we would otherwise not ordinarily eat.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, enough stalling. Tell me why you came here and why you were crying, Yusaku said as he felt he really needed to know. Aoi's face became noticeably saddened. It's my brother. He's gone mad, the girl said with a sad tone of voice. Mad? What do you mean, Jaisen? Yusaku said as he was wondering exactly what Aoi could mean by that. The girl then collapsed to the floor and started to cry again. He's doing everything he can to ruin my life. He hasn't allowed me to see anyone in real life since the AI incident. Not even Emma or my friend Miyu. I've been feeling like a prisoner in my own home, but I've been doing my best to, I think, cope is what the word you were looking for there. You said coop.
Oh, yeah, I probably misspelled it.
Yeah. With it, since that it was for my best interest that he only cared about my safety at heart, but today he went too far. He stole my dual disc. So now I can't even access Vrains. That was the last thing I had. I couldn't take it anymore. I had to get away from the cage that my brother trapped me in, even if it meant going out in the cold and wet rain. Do you have any idea what that's like? It's torture, Aoi screamed out before realizing just how aggressive her words were sounding. The girl covered her mouth with her right hand. I see, Yusaku looked at her, tears in her eyes and pain in her soul. She might be feeling guilty for what she had done, but he understood all too well how it is to be trapped, the lost incident. I can't say I cannot relate to what you must have felt. His voice showed sadness. The pain he buried when he defeated Ryoken, when he thought he found closure resurfacing itself. How can you suddenly, as if hit by a rock? Aoi realized her words and mistakes. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Yusaku cut her off. Raising his hand, it's okay, a weak smile on his lips to hide the pain. What happened in the past can now stay in the past, but as I said, I understand how you feel. During the lost incident, I, along with the others, were not allowed to go out or anything. Every day was just another day in a prison where we did not know if we would see the light or the sun again, the young man said as he wiped tears from his eyes that he accidentally let out. So look, I know you feel bad now, but just remember your brother really does care for you. Even if a lot of the time it doesn't seem like it. However, that all being said, I can understand completely why you ran away from him. I need to ask, though, why is it that you came to me of all people? Why not Emma or something? Yusaku asked as he didn't understand why Aoi chose to go to his house over someone else. There are 3 reasons. If I went to someone like Emma or Mio, would just be a bother. 2, Emma in particular would probably tell my brother and he would come get me. 3, honestly, I was worried about you because I hadn't seen you in Vrains or real life for 3 months until you logged in a month ago for just a little bit and then logged out. It's now been a month since then. I thought you might have destroyed your dual disc or something worse, the girl said as she tried to hold back her tears, saying the last one. Why do you care about me when you have yourself to worry about? Yusaku said as he still didn't quite get it. It's because you saved me. You saved me and the people I care about so many times and have done so while putting your own life on the line. How could I not care about someone like that? Yusaku, you're really important to me, and I can't stand the idea of doing something to hurt yourself. I know you've been lonely since the AI incident. I forgot for a second there while selfishly thinking of myself, but I know what AI meant. The AI meant a lot to you, so that's why I came to see you over the others. Aoi said as more tears came out of her eyes, some for her carelessness of making Yusaku think about the terrible lost incident again, and some for how worried she's been about the young man. Aoi was all Yusaku could muster as he was interrupted by an uninvited sneeze that came from the girl. Sorry about that, Aoi said as she fell to the floor. Zaisen, Yusaku shouted out as he noticed that her face was beet red. He decided to feel her forehead, check she had a fever, to which he realized she did. This is bad. I got to help her out in any way I can. He picked her up and put her arm around and then took her to his room and placed her on his bed. Damn it, I've never taken care of a sick person before. I guess the best thing I can do is get a cold, wet towel and place it on her forehead, the young man said as he got a small hand towel, went to the kitchen to dampen it before returning to the room, placing it out. He said, I hope this helps, Yusaku said as he noticed Aoi breathing heavily. Yusaku looked at the clock, seeing how late it was getting since he had this one bed and no futon. He decided to get himself a blanket and sleep on the floor close to the bed where Aoi laid. Okay, so he's being being very tasteful here. Okay, overall, did you write this after the Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal one?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so yeah, I can tell. Again, this is where your writing overall is improved because I didn't see as many issues with this one. But anyways, I'm gonna hop off the Luncheon. Those of you on YouTube or other platforms watching, please hop on the other platforms, Twitch, Twitter, Kick. If you have any of those, please check them out. If you have any suggestions for what we should do during these luncheons as well, please let me know. I can review other fan fiction, or we might do a meme review pretty soon here. But I'm going to hop off. Andy, do you need to get going as well?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, but I'll be having Valheim up, so if you could keep me up on your computer, that would be very helpful. But if you can't, that's okay.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
All right. Later, Andy. Okay, starting up Valheim. All right, I'm going to deal with my dish, and then we'll get back to it, and I'll change the categories here.